What's going on, world? This is the 22nd episode of the Bet On Us podcast. I'm 1K Watts.
And I'm Mike.
And we got Sean and Andreas behind the boards.
What's up? What's up?
Yo, what up?
What are we doing this week, dude?
50 days till the kickoff.
50 days. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Na-na-na-na-na.
Bro, I'm so excited. A lot of drama right now.
I know. This is right when football starts to get entertaining and there's shit to talk about. We got signings happening. We got running back drama. Running backs aren't happy, not getting paid. DeAndre Hopkins just signed with the Titans.
Zach Martin's not happy in Dallas. All of a sudden, his 99 Madden rating got to his head.
Yeah, right.
You know, so...
Dude, talking about the Madden ratings, some of those were off the fucking shits, dude. Just all over the place.
Yeah, I feel like there was a lot of slidings of players that it should have been maybe even a couple bumps. They would have been happy.
Right.
Where it's like, bro, you were making some of these players super low. And like Bijan Robinson's at 81, 82, and he hasn't played a snap yet.
Yeah, Austin Eckler was only like 7th or 8th on the list, and I think he had the most all-purpose touchdowns last year. Doesn't get the respect there. Sean, can you pull up that quarterback list? Jalen Hurts was kind of low on it.
Bro, Dak Prescott above Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, ridiculous.
I think it's
bro.
at 87 and 86. I think that, so the quarterback one hasn't been released yet, but you can find it on their website. Dak Prescott, I believe, is 87. Jalen's 86.
It was in the group text.
Yeah, there's no quarterbacks out yet.
But wasn't there a list that we were looking at?
There's a list online.
Yeah, but the one that's the list I'm talking about that you sent.
Yeah,
so
so
I just want to talk about that one.
I think Dak is one above Jalen, which is, I mean, if you compare body of work, maybe. But if we're doing most recent year, which is what Madden does every year,
yeah,
I think that should be updated.
It was like Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow. Was it then? Aaron Rodgers is high up too. Do you have Aaron Rodgers being a top 5 quarterback next year?
No, I think his production is going to drop off quite a bit, even though he's got just a squad of people behind him. But I just think he's going to lose some zip on the ball. I think he's a little bit slower as a man. I think when people get older, decision-making gets slower.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily his arm ability or his playmaking ability that's decreased a little bit, but it's a step up in competition. When you come from the AFC's just better. He has the Bills and the Dolphins and the Patriots, even though the Patriots aren't going to be shit, in his division.
Yeah, it's not Bears and Lions anymore.
Yeah, you got some good teams that you're playing. Like all the teams in the AFC you got to go through. You got Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow.
And you got the NFC East. I think the NFC East plays the AFC East this year.
Yeah.
Every team. Which it's not going to be an easy road. You got the Dolphins twice. You got the Bills twice. You got Eagles, Cowboys.
Peak, best case scenario, what do you think the Jets' odds are this year?
I see them 11-6 at best.
I think they can go like 10-7, wild card spot, maybe win the wild card and losing in the second round.
Because look,
I don't think there's any way the Jets are making a push to the Super Bowl this year.
There's definitely going to be growing pains. You don't come out of training camp being that team, you know?
Agreed. I don't know if so last year they made a push, right? They started like horrible, like 3-8 or something like that, and then made a push that last half of the season.
Yeah.
In the AFC, if he starts off slow like that and drops 1-3, 1-4, it's gonna be hard to make up that ground in the AFC.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that Hard Knocks is gonna have anything to do with how
the
season plays out?
I heard Hard Knocks is going to be limited on what they're allowed to film.
Well, nobody wanted Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
All the other teams were declining it.
So I think the Jets told them, hey, you guys aren't allowed in certain situations. You're not allowed to see players get cut. That's inhumane. You know, these guys are going through a lot of shit.
Yeah,
and
losing your fucking job.
This is now entertainment when their whole life depended on this moment. You know?
Yeah. So a lot of people, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be standoffish. But what if he takes this opportunity to kind of like rebrand himself a little bit?
He could take this to show his true personality.
Dude, he's entertaining to watch.
He could be a host after his career. You know?
So I don't see the Jets making a deep push. People talking like they're going to make a Super Bowl run.
I see him grabbing a wild card spot, maybe.
Well, I mean, yeah, I can see that. But look at the last decade of Aaron Rodgers' play. It's not like he's been lights out in the playoffs.
If wild card's up in the air, who do we have? You guys probably gonna be fighting wild card if the Chiefs hold shit down. You know.
I really do believe that the Chargers could have a breakout season this year.
Yeah,
we've seen that growth and maturity in Justin Herbert. Now he's been in the league a few years. He's been a starter for handful of years now. This is going to be his opportunity. Like, he's that guy. I think he's that guy, and he has the potential to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and this is the year for him to show it. Got some new weapons at wide receiver, new offensive head coach. I know you don't like Kellen Moore.
But that just comes with the territory.
Yeah, Cowboys' old offensive coordinator. But he likes to spread the ball out and air it out a little bit more, which I think with Justin Herbert's arm and his throwing ability is going to be a good thing.
My biggest issue is your guys' head coach. Not the biggest fan of Staley.
I like Staley because he goes for it on fourth down a lot. He's an aggressive coach. But then there was I feel like at times there's like when he leans all the way into that and he's aggressive, it works out. But then he starts second guessing it.
Yeah.
Because like the year before last, there were things that went wrong. Didn't get a couple fourth down conversions, and you saw him lean away from that coaching style. And I think that made it worse.
I'm also not the biggest fan of your guys' tight end. I don't like Everett that much. I feel like you guys solely lost the Chiefs game last year because of Everett.
Yeah, because he was gassed and didn't catch.
He just gave up on the route.
Yeah,
so things like that, dude. You guys will figure it out. You're a young team, other than fucking Keenan Allen.
I think the Chiefs might take a slight step back this year too.
Yeah, there's no clear-cut wide receiver one. The running backs are kind of. We haven't seen enough yet, I don't think, out of Isaiah Pacheco. I mean,
Pacheco's a dog, though.
Pacheco's
you see some flashes of him being a.
But he's kind of old, bro. He's almost mid late 20s, and he hasn't even been
done
a guy yet. You know, exactly. But he's like 25.
Oh, he's an older rookie, 5-year senior. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
And Isaiah McKenzie, I like, or is it McKenzie? Who is there? Somebody on the Chiefs, McKenzie? Maybe. McKinnon.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Jerick McKinnon. I like him.
There you go. Shifting gears a little bit, what do you think about D-Hop signing with the Titans? I thought that was a surprising move.
Seems like a waste of a trade option to me.
Why? So he just wanted to go to the highest bidder, right?
No, I thought somebody outbid the Titans.
Oh, I thought they were the highest bidder. I could be wrong on that.
That's a good question, dude. But I think, like, I saw something like wide receivers go there to die. So, like, Randy Moss, Julio Jones. And I'm like, damn, I'm thinking to myself, like, you want to go somewhere that has a rookie quarterback, or not two rookie
a rookie quarterback and then a former
back-to-back, like, young running backs, or I'm sorry, quarterbacks battling out, for a starting job, and it's like you got one of the best receivers in the league, it's like you think you would want to go somewhere now.
At that point, why would they have traded A.J. Brown? If you were going to do that the next year, what the fuck was that about? You're going to grab an older wide receiver now?
D-Hop talks that shit, though. He says with the way he feels now, he said he could be having more 1,400-yard receiving seasons.
Not with that quarterback.
Yeah, I know.
Is Tannehill still there?
No, I think it's going to be between Malik Willis and who was the guy they just drafted?
So what's the story with Tannehill?
Levis.
What's the story
I think Tannehill's gone, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he's still there.
Is he still there?
Yeah.
So if he's still there, he's starting, right?
Yeah. There'd probably be an open competition for the job, right?
Right. He's got to be the front runner, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I just feel like for some reason the Patriots would have been the better spot. They have a solid defense.
With Mac Jones, though?
I mean, at least you have a clear-cut quarterback instead of some 3 bums fighting out to who's going to throw the ball.
Yeah, but the Patriots, their cheap asses weren't going to pay him. Bill Belichick isn't cutting a check to an old wide receiver.
Well, Robert Kraft claims that he has no problem paying anybody anything.
But they've never paid any wide receivers money.
They don't pay wide receivers. They don't pay running backs. So it's like we might as well pay a fucking badass quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Or somebody.
Yeah. Oh, and is Bill Belichick on the hot seat, dude? If they don't get a playoff win or at least make some kind of a run this year, is he out of a job?
I haven't seen it been done without Tom Brady. So.
He's in his, if I'm not mistaken, his coaching career with the Browns and then the Patriots before Tom Brady, he had a losing record overall as well.
I think he was with the Giants too as an assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about overall records as a head coach, is Mike Tomlin going to keep that winning record going? What are your predictions for the Steelers this year?
I think if he was ever going to lose that record of having a winning season, it was going to be last year because it was pretty rough going from Trubisky to Pickett, a rookie quarterback in the middle of the year like that, and it's like if we somehow squeezed by last year, I think this year I don't think we're going to lose that record.
Your coach is so good. I think you guys do all right.
Dude, yeah, I think he's just really in touch with all the players and stuff like that, and they want to play hard for him because they like him.
Relatable.
And, I think he's just a good coach, dude, overall. I mean, sometimes he makes some questionable decisions, but I think the respect that he has in the league, everybody you talk to loves Mike Tomlin. And the players want to play for him.
You guys have only gotten better. So
I think we're right around 10-7 or whatever, or
I can
I
see
think we
you guys
get
going
9-10
10-7.
wins, something like that.
You guys made a lot of moves on offensive line. You had no O-line last year, dude. Najee Harris was running for his life back there.
Yeah, I'm interested to see that O-line this year.
Your defense bulked up a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got Cole Holcomb, the dude that has the mullet that came from Washington, the white dude, the inside linebacker. He flies around, and then we got Landon Roberts from the Dolphins, which fucking hits hard. So I mean, I'm stoked about that. And then we got Minka, T.J. Watt. We just paid Alex Highsmith on the other side, edge rusher. So I think our defense is gonna be solid.
I think you guys would have had a better year last year if you had just started Pickens from the jump. Pickett, yeah. Pickens. You mixed up.
How do we feel about the running back situation?
Oh yeah.
Pittsburgh?
Just
No,
in the
all over
NFL
the
in
league, yeah.
general, we have a lot of running backs aren't happy. Nick Chubb's not happy. Joe Mixon seems like he's the only one that was cool with restructuring his contract and taking less money.
Is he the only sensible one?
I think he wants to get paid.
I mean,
he wants to win.
Other than Saquon, like he definitely deserves that money because the Giants are nothing without him.
Yeah, when you look at
He's 95% of the
stats with or without Barkley or Saquon, it's a completely different player.
I mean,
he's reliant on
bro.
Saquon.
You're telling me instead of taking a couple million from the 45 that they gave Daniel Jones, you couldn't give it to Saquon? Like here, we'll give you 42 million a year. Let's give Saquon an extra couple.
But they paid Daniel Jones was horrible.
Horrible.
He's not a good quarterback. They're probably not going to have a winning record next year. But I don't think any of these guys are going to sit out and miss a year because Austin Eckler's unhappy.
I think Saquon will. Because, bro, he was just in a podcast yesterday where he said, if I have to, I will say fuck the Giants and fuck my teammates. That just came out yesterday, which I've never heard him speak like that.
We were just talking earlier, though. What's the last example of a player sitting out, a running back specifically, sitting out a season and it working out?
Le'Veon.
Le'Veon Bell. And he got released.
At the end of the day, it's still kind of backfired.
I think
Yeah, it did
personally,
backfire.
I think Saquon's smarter and more of a baller than Le'Veon Bell was.
Le'Veon Bell was good in his peak.
He was good, but Saquon's is he a generational
But
talent?
Let's not forget about Saquon getting hurt like back-to-back years, like the last few years. Last year he did have a great comeback season.
Yeah.
But the 2 years before that he was out. So it's like, do you want to pay a guy that just blew out his knee back-to-back years or whatever?
Running backs are a super important part of a team's success, and they should be paid adequately. But it's just,
Especially when 95% of your snaps are him.
yeah. With the Giants, very true.
I get like suspect questions on a lot of teams, but like Saquon Barkley's your whole offense.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So if you guys were the owner of a team or head coach, would you guys pay a running back?
I'm paying. Who's the running back?
I mean, just a solid running back.
Because
say a top 5 guy that wants to get paid.
Top.
Are you gonna? Because it's a next man up type of position, dude.
Who's the quarterback?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, would you guys invest a lot of money?
Let's
into
say
a running
I'm
back?
the Giants GM. I'm paying Saquon before I pay Daniel Jones for sure.
If you have an average or subpar quarterback, you're going to rely on that running game more.
Because
if you got Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball, maybe your running game doesn't matter as much.
And I mean, who does Daniel Jones even have to throw the ball to? You paid a guy that doesn't even have weapons to throw to.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's teams like the Chiefs, and then there's teams like the Patriots. They have like a three-headed monster in the backfield, all rotating.
Committees,
right? And I kind of like that idea. You know, you get fresh legs in there. You're not relying on one guy, and if he goes down, it's like you invested all this money into him, and then he's out for the year. He's not the same the next year.
Yeah, you can survive
so it's
it.
like, I don't know. I think if I'm a coach, I might kind of do the same thing like as the Chiefs and the Patriots. Just keep like a little three-headed monster just rotating.
Well,
I like the idea of fresh legs.
With the Eagles, I think you guys are paid 3 running backs that combined like $500,000 next year.
We got
None of them making
we got
shit.
4 running backs for $4 million altogether. $4 million. That's why we didn't pay Miles Sanders 12. Because if Miles Sanders goes out, now we're relying on Boston Scott and Kenneth Gainwell. Whereas now we have Penny, Swift, Gainwell, and Boston Scott, and we have Trey.
Swift was getting paid that little. I thought you guys had paid him a little bit more than that.
I think he's getting paid the most, but it's like 2.5. It's not much.
It's nice to have options, dude. I mean, there's always going to be that rookie running back next year where there's fresh legs coming out, next man up type of position. That's just in my opinion, though.
And maybe this is going to sound like from a normal person's perspective, right? Because I know this money in the NFL is stupid, and these guys deserve their fair portion of it.
Yeah.
But but they want you to sign a $12 million franchise tag. You know how long it takes the average person to make $1 million, let alone 12.
Like, yeah, we're gonna bitch about 10.2 million.
Yeah, that 1 year still generational, life changing wealth. Like,
it's tough, dude.
But they deserve to get paid. But it's just the last two examples of running backs we have that got paid big guaranteed money was Le'Veon Bell, didn't work out well, Todd Gurley.
Yeah,
Todd Gurley went from being like the best running back in the league to playing fucking Canadian ball in a year and a half.
See, I think Tony Pollard saw the writing on the wall, and he said, "Hey, I got to sign this franchise tag because who knows? I'm coming off a broken leg. I might not have the starting job in another year, you know."
At the end of the day, dude, Le'Veon Bell turned down $12.5 million for that franchise tag.
And he regrets it.
And he regrets it now for sure.
What did he end up making off of that? Because it was a 3 or 4 year deal with guaranteed money. But how much did he actually end up making off of that contract?
I don't think he even finished his contract.
No, he didn't. They cut him.
It was around like $60 million.
But he didn't get all of it.
4 years.
And like guaranteed money isn't necessarily like, it's not like that money's completely guaranteed because you have to clear physicals by a certain point, right? Yeah. Like that's why you hear players getting cut before a certain deadline because if they're still on the roster after that date, like that was something to do with the Derek Carr situation, the way he got released last year. Like if you release him before this date, this money isn't guaranteed for this year. But as soon if you're on the roster, like the day one of training camp when the season starts, then that money for that year is guaranteed. So $40 million, if you get cut after a year, it's not like they're giving you a $40 million check. Like there's stipulations to that shit.
Right. Okay. So I mean, it's up in the air. I think Saquon deserves to get paid. I don't know if all running backs deserve to get paid. I mean, the franchise tag helps a lot of running backs that aren't worth that much.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of players that it kind of helps. But
the one I do feel bad for being Austin Eckler because he was got drafted later in the draft. So he didn't get that money that like first round or second round guys get to where they've already made millions and then they're coming off their rookie contract and they're looking to re-sign for a big contract. He hasn't made as much as like a Nick Chubb who was on a bigger contract because he got drafted early. He hasn't made the money that some of these guys have, like Shaquan and all that shit. So I do feel his like pain in that. I would hate to see Austin Eckler anywhere else, but we saw what happened earlier this year. He had voiced his displeasure with what he was getting paid. The Chargers opened up the trade market for him to see what was out there, and there was nothing there.
Right.
And he's one of the top 3 or 5 best running backs in the league.
I mean, I think eventually the NFL is going to have to maybe make a little bit more cap space.
Maybe it's something that's going to correct, right?
Yeah.
It's like in a lot of markets across the board, it's like a pendulum swing, right? Goes to one extreme, comes back to another extreme, and then kind of slowly settles in the middle, right? We saw running backs getting paid guaranteed money, and it wasn't working out. And these teams were getting fucked, so now they're saying we're not paying these guys big money.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing running backs not get paid and running backs being pissed about it. Who knows if some guys end up sitting out, and then it'll probably correct to where it'll get better in the future for running backs. Hopefully.
Kind of sidestepping, because I feel like we've been here for a little bit. Other Madden ratings. How do we feel about, like, edge rushers? And I think Sean's got some lists over there.
Oh, yeah, the edge rusher list. Let's pull up that one first. And I saw
we got wide receivers, too.
Yeah, and then the secondary. Was it safeties or secondaries?
Safeties.
Derwin James.
Safeties.
Top of the list.
For the, which one? Edge rushers?
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 1 for edge rushers, we got Nick Bosa. Rating is a 98. Number 2, we got Myles Garrett, also a 98. 3 is Micah Parsons at 97. 4 is TJ Watt at 94. 5 is Von Miller at 94. 6 is Max Crosby at 94. Number 7 is Joey Bosa at 91. So we got 2 Bosas in the top 10.
Yeah.
8 is Hassan Reddick at 90. Number 9 is DeMarcus Lawrence at 90. And then 10 is Matthew Judon at 89.
Is Myles Garrett a little bit high?
Myles Garrett is. And here's my thing.
My opinion.
I know we just did the start bench cut thing. And is your microphone on? We're good to talk?
Yeah.
I didn't want to fuck up sound. I know we just did the whole start bench cut thing and I put Miles above TJ, I feel like Micah's better than Miles.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think Crosby should be. I think
Max Crosby's
He's a
dog,
dog,
bro.
dude.
You're not doing anything against the Raiders without Max Crosby
Yeah.
being in your face.
I think as of right now, he's above Von Miller. I think.
Yeah, Von Miller's
Yeah.
getting old. I think
Maybe
Miles
not 5 years
Garrett's.
ago.
I think even Miles Garrett's kind of getting old.
Yeah, I think Myles Garrett it should be like top 6, but not number 2.
I mean, when you talk about
He's
Myles
tied,
Garrett,
he's tied for first. I mean,
Yeah.
no way. I'm sorry.
and with Myles Garrett, what do we really talk about anyways? It's not his play. It's when he whacked what's his name, Rudolph with his helmet a couple years ago.
And I know I'm a homer, but Hassan Reddick had 38 sacks in the past 3 years. I think Micah has like 20. Like, come on, he got to get higher than 90, right?
Yeah.
Is that? I mean, I know that Micah Parsons only like what year 3, and Hassan Reddick's has been around for a little while.
He's been around a little bit longer.
But yeah, if
He's
you're talking
like
about like the
26,
last 2
yeah.
3 years or whatever, if you want to compare him, then yeah, I don't know.
I thought this was Micah's 3rd year. Or is this his 4th? I don't
Fourth,
know,
I
dude.
think.
Time goes by so quick.
I know.
It's hard to keep track of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Joey Bosa was where he belonged, though. I'm not mad about him.
And he's
being,
not
what,
too much
7?
of a game shaker as much of his brother. His brother's a
Yeah.
fucking animal.
But Joey Bosa's consistent.
Yeah.
He's not gonna like be all flashy, but he's always like right there.
I feel like he's
Consistency.
more moody, though. He's much more of a moody player than his brother. His brother's just like, okay.
Yeah.
You know?
And Joey Bosa deals with more injuries than Nick does too.
All right, next we got offensive line top 10. Number 1 is Zach Martin with the Cowboys at 99.
Yeah.
And I think I saw something the other day about him wanting to hold out because he's pissed off that they
Happened
don't wanna pay
today.
him.
I
Yeah.
did see that
And it's
too.
like, dude, and it's
What
funny.
happened in training camp?
Oh,
No,
I
he
don't
thinks
know.
he should get paid more.
Yeah, I think he's just unhappy
He wants
with
a
his contract.
he wants a
Yeah.
restructure.
And it's funny because he said that like right after they released the Madden ratings, they gave him a 99. It's like, dude, that's like the perfect
like,
time
come
to
on.
like, all right, dog.
I need more money.
Even Madden knows. Come on. Number 2 is Trent Williams at 98.
Yeah.
He deserves that.
Yeah.
He could be tied for 99, honestly. Trent Williams is a dog. Lane Johnson at 98.
That's what I'd like to see.
Yeah.
Number 3, that's
Yep.
good. Laramie Tunsil at number 4, rating is 95.
He's a dog.
Chris Lindstrom, I'm not even sure who that is, if I'm being honest with you. Do you guys
Chris
know?
Lindstrom, isn't he? I don't know either. It's an offensive lineman.
Oh, it gets
I
a
want to say
little.
maybe the Titans.
Kelsey's got to be in there, right?
Jason Kelsey is at number 9 at 92.
Mm.
But we also got Quentin Nelson, which is a beast. I know who that is.
Big Q?
The Colts.
Big
Q, dude.
Yeah.
And then Andrew Thomas at 10.
Yeah. I like Lane Johnson at 98. I guess there's room for improvement, but he hasn't let up a sack in 2 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah, Lane Johnson's
what's it got to be, 4 years?
Yeah. That's a pretty solid list there. Let's get into
Um,
that safeties list.
You want to skip running backs? Go to
Oh,
safeties?
we
Or do
could-
you want to come back?
we could-
got
let's
running
hit
back, wide
safeties
receivers.
first.
It's safeties and ended on running backs.
Because he said it, yeah.
All right. Let's see. Safeties. Number 1, we got Derwin James. That's why. That's why you want to go to
yeah.
safeties, huh? All right. Derwin James at 95.
Yeah.
And then number 2, we got Minka Fitzpatrick at 93.
Minka.
What'd you say?
His name.
Minka.
Minka,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you were mocking me, dude. I was
Oh,
like,
no,
dang,
no,
man.
no. I just repeated his name.
Number
I was
3,
like, what did I say?
Justin Simmons is at
Did I say
92.
something wrong?
Monkey Fitzpatrick.
I was like, whoa, hey, damn.
Oh, we're going to cut that out. Where am I at here? Number 4, we got Kevin Byard at 92. 5 is Jesse Bates, the 3rd.
Yeah.
6 is Tyrann Matthew. Oh, Honey Badger's slipping a little bit and getting old.
He's getting old. And, I mean,
I don't even know if he deserves to be 6.
is he on the Saints? The Saints kind of.
Yeah.
What's his production been like, you know?
7 is Buda Baker.
Facts.
Okay.
8 is Jordan Poyer. 9
Yeah.
is Harrison Smith. And 10 is Micah Hyde.
Yeah, I think that lines up.
Yeah.
I like Buddha. I like Jordan Poyer a lot.
Okay, I don't got any issues with that.
If we want to go to running backs next.
Yep.
Number 1 is Nick Chubb at 97.
I don't know if I like that.
I was going to ask you guys, yeah. What do you guys think?
He
Who's
just-
number 1 in your opinion? Running back?
CMC.
Christian?
Christian
Yeah.
McCaffrey, what was he
He's
on the
number
list?
2
Yeah.
at 96. So he's
It just-
The impact he had on the 49ers last year.
I mean, even on the Panthers alone.
Yeah.
And look, Nick Chubb, when I'm playing him in fantasy, I don't fear him as much as I fear CMC. I know Nick Chubb had a couple games where he had like 6 touchdowns last year. Like he had one game where he had like 5-6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude.
Number 3, I don't know if I really like Josh Jacobs right there. I know he had a good year last year.
His season,
He's an
like,
animal.
was it a flash in the pan though?
We're going
last
based
year's?
off last year's ratings,
Yeah.
right? Like I understand he had a good year last year, but like he's not top 3 for me.
This is going to be a year that's big for him, right? You got Garoppolo, if he passes his physical, is going to be your quarterback. Garoppolo's not – he's a game manager, dude. He's not going to go out there and carry the team. So,
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs, that's your –
Even
you
if
can't be mad about your franchise tag right now. That's your – next year's the year to go
Bro,
carry the team and get your money.
he doesn't even want to play at this
Yeah.
point. He wants to get paid.
I guess, you know. Number 4 is King Henry.
Yeah, I think
up there.
eventually he's
Yeah.
going to give out, though. I don't know how much more
I
he's
think
got.
he's got a couple years left.
Yeah.
in him,
His
you know?
body can take. But, I mean, he's been running the same way for years now. But he's a big dude. Maybe he's a little bit more durable than smaller guys like Christian McCaffrey.
At number 5, we got Saquon.
Yeah.
6 is Dalvin Cook.
Isn't it crazy he's not even on a fucking team?
I know.
I know.
Number 6 in the NFL.
And then 7 is Austin Eckler.
Yeah.
8 is Jonathan Taylor. Are you guys
Jonathan-
drafting Jonathan Taylor last
No.
year?
Jonathan Taylor probably shouldn't be top 10.
There's no consistency.
Just because of last year? But remember
Yeah.
the year before that, he was like the number 1.
You drafted him.
Fuck yeah. The year that he was good, though, right?
No, you
Oh,
drafted
I
him
got
last year.
Yeah. I did have him the year before that.
You
though.
texted me before the draft, said, please get Justin Jefferson. I'll grab Jonathan Taylor.
I know.
I said, okay.
Not my finest moment, I guess. Number 9 is Tony Pollard. Or Pollard.
Pollard, yeah. No, I don't think that should be 9, bro.
No.
I think he should be higher.
No, I don't think he's done enough. He just got that starting job last year over Zeke.
This is
Yeah, it's
clearly
true.
based off just last season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm thinking like the last 2-3 years, it's like some of these guys aren't even on the list. You know?
I think he had like 11, maybe 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns, but him and Zeke kind of split.
Yeah.
10 is Aaron Jones.
Fine. I
Fine.
guess.
I don't think Pollard should be there.
No.
I think Cook's fine where he's at. Josh Jacobs. Nah.
Isn't it sad that half of these guys you just named aren't getting respect in the league?
Yeah. that's
I mean,
pretty
Dalvin Cook's not getting respect. Saquon Barkley's not getting respect.
Austin Eckler.
Austin Eckler's not getting respect. It's really sad how the NFL is kind of just pushing these guys on the back burner.
Dude, if you have a kid right now and they're like playing football and you're training him, and I'm not having my kid be a running back.
Now go be a cornerback, dude. Relax, have some fun.
But if you got that running back build and you're short and stocky, what position does that translate to?
Bro, be a fullback, get paid to do nothing.
You're not going to see. I don't think teams even have fullbacks on their roster anymore. You're not seeing somebody built like Christian McCaffrey or Austin Eckler playing linebacker instead.
I mean, if they got some height, have a lean diet, let's get at tight end.
Well, all right, like you could put Derrick Henry probably on defensive line, having him be an edge
Just
rusher
an
would
edge
probably be
rusher.
ridiculous.
Or even a badass inside linebacker, dude. Like,
Yeah, but a lot of the other running backs are smaller, like Dalvin Cook, Christian McCaffrey, Austin Eckler. None of those guys are really big enough to translate into any other position.
the wide receiver list is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on this
Number
one?
1, we got Justin Jefferson,
Yeah.
99.
Hard to argue that.
2 is Tyreek Hill.
Ooh.
3 is Devontae Adams.
Okay.
4 is Stephon Diggs.
See, I don't know if I agree with
Where's
that
Jamar
one.
Chase?
Yeah. Stephon Diggs, his production was a little low for me last year.
Or is that him or a Josh Allen thing? Because Josh Allen seems like he's been getting more and more reckless with the ball as the years go on.
Yeah, I mean, I like Stephon. I don't like him at 4, but
5, we got Cooper Kupp.
so this obviously isn't based off last year.
Yeah, because Cooper Kupp didn't really do shit last year.
He was hurt.
I don't know what this is based off of now.
I mean, but he was the Triple Crown winner the year before
Where's
that.
Chase at?
He's 6, which it kind of blows my mind. He
I
should at
think
least be
top
like
3.
He should at least be 3 or 4.
I like top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
6 is outrageous.
7 is D Hop. 8 is Scary Terry.
Bro. No, you're going to piss me off. And the next one's A.J. Brown.
Yeah, dude. 9 is AJ Brown.
Who's number 10?
Amari Cooper.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
On the Browns, well,
What is DeAndre
What did he
Hopkins?
say?
What's Hops? What's that based off of? Why is D Hop and Scary Terry, hell of a guy, right? Put him above Devontae Smith, but without a quarterback, you were showing no production other than I think he had 1,100 yards. With no quarterback's impressive.
Yeah.
But
Go ahead. Sorry.
I just don't see him above A.J. Brown. Is he that much of a threat where you're game planning for him? A.J. Brown is like, okay, I got a game plan for A.J. Brown, Yeah,
that list kind of lost me. I feel like some of the other ones were pretty accurate, but that one's a little bit all over the place. Who do you have at 2 and 3 again?
Number 2 is Tyreek Hill, and 3 is Devontae Adams,
which is fine, I
agree,
guess.
Yeah.
Tyreek, that's an argument. Devontae Adams, I mean, he's still a productive wide receiver. Like, he's a dog, but
I think with Tyreek Hill, like, everybody thought he was going to decline leaving the Chiefs, and then he still had a great year with fucking Tua.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I think he definitely deserves to be up there, but
I like
Devontae
Tyreek.
Adams for sure.
Yeah, I can't cry about Tyreek.
I don't have a problem with the top 3 or 4. Yeah. Fine.
And then who's 4 and 5 again?
Cooper Kupp's 5.
See, I think that's where I start having issues. I don't know if Diggs should be that high. Cooper Kupp probably shouldn't be that high.
Cooper Kupp, I think they're saying, hey, let's not do recency bias.
But they have the recency bias. Well, because I think they're still coasting off the triple crown that he had with leading the receivers in, yards, catches, and touchdowns the year before last.
See, I'm fine with this list. Give me JJ, Tyreek, Devontae, Jamar, Cooper, and Stephon. Flip a couple of them.
Yeah.
That's how I'm sitting with that.
Yeah, I can agree with that. That's a tough one.
That's all I got. Start bench cuts.
Oh, you want to do some start bench
Yeah,
cuts?
might as well.
You guys are at 31.
Oh,
all right.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do 2.
All right, start bench cut.
For who?
Quarterbacks. We'll go with...
You do the first one.
Okay. Jeff, we got Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow.
Okay.
I know where you're going.
Of course, we know where I'm going. It doesn't take a fucking brainiac. Yeah, Einstein couldn't tell me where I was going, right? Okay. So, I'm going to take Jalen Hurts. I like potential. I like that I haven't seen a ceiling yet. We've seen him ball out on the biggest stage. We saw Burrow kind of not do the greatest on the biggest stage. But of course, I like Jalen because of his athleticism. I feel like he can make anything happen. Burrow's lack of athleticism might be why I don't take him at number 1. I love Burrow. Put him at 2. Lamar has just had a lot of injuries. Maybe it's recency biased. Who knows how he fares in the next couple years? Sometimes I question his integrity. Especially when I like Lamar, dude, but I'm going with my guy. I got to go, of course, Burrow over Lamar, so that's how I'm letting the dice roll.
I can agree with that. I think Lamar this year's big for him. They got him a bona fide stud at wide receiver with Odell Beckham Jr., right? Of course, off an injury.
I don't think OBJ's the number 1, though. But
I don't think so either. But you still not. The issue with Lamar and the Ravens is he's never had any good receivers. The best he had was Hollywood Brown.
Right, and they drafted a badass rookie, Zay Flowers.
Yeah, he's a dog.
So now you got
he's got a couple
Beckham Jr.,
Mark
Flowers,
Andrews.
Mark Andrews at tight end.
So and a badass running back too, J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah. Dobbins is a dog.
And I want to say there's one other solid running back.
So I think this is going to be a big year for Lamar. He has to kind of show out.
I just hope he looks the same. I would also cut him if I had that list.
Are you going Burrow or Hurts?
Starting, I'm going Hurts just because he can do both. Burrow's a great quarterback, but he's more of a pocket passer.
He's like Tom Brady.
I like that Jalen can do a little bit of throw on the run, a little bit of pocket, a little bit of running. He's just more of a threat. But I just hope that Lamar looks healthy next year, dude. I know he had a bad knee injury.
As a Steelers fan, that's crazy.
I know, but I like Lamar though.
He's good for the league. It's entertaining.
I hope he doesn't just drop off.
I think some of his injury last year though was kind of like the smoke and mirrors bullshit. With fucking with the team,
especially during the playoffs.
Did with the Spurs,
yeah.
My knee, I got a knee contusion, I can't play.
Bro, we got a playoff game right now, and you're gonna let fucking Hunt take over?
Yeah,
or Huntley? Crazy.
I don't know.
Next one.
Yeah, you do one more. Wrap it up.
For Mike, we got start bench cut. We got CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, and Terry McLaurin.
Oh, you got 3 number 1s. I like it.
Lamb, AJ Brown, McLaurin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me give you some perspective on what I would. No. But obviously, CeeDee Lamb's a slot receiver, so he's a little bit different than the other 2. The other 2 are on islands; they're controlling a lot of the plays.
Yeah.
Did Terry play a little slot too here and there?
I feel like he's more of an outside guy. Yeah. I feel like a lot of the times I've seen him make big plays are on the outside.
I already knew.
I
it.
watched a lot of Washington games last year.
Yeah, sorry.
I already know who I'm gonna cut. CeeDee Lamb. Fuck the Cowboys. Then between McLaurin and AJ Brown, I think AJ Brown has more of a 50-50 ball ability.
Yeah.
McLaurin's an amazing route runner.
Smaller
not
guy.
as big. I feel like AJ Brown's a really good route runner as well, but if you need to throw up that fade route to the corner of the end zone and just have a 50-50 ball,
there, yeah.
AJ Brown's going to be the better receiver for that. So I'm starting AJ Brown,
So
benching McLaurin, and then cutting Lamb.
the message to the Cowboys fans is fuck you.
Y'all suck.
Shit.
I think that pretty much wraps it up.
It's a good
Again,
time.
episode 22 of the podcast.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Everyone that stayed around, dude, because I know we've been streaky through the summer. We're definitely going to go nuts during football season.
Well, now that there's actually stuff to talk about, we had a whole episode about football.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about anything else because there's actually football to talk about.
Yeah, it felt
It's going to
great.
make the conversations easier, going to make content easier. And again, I want to thank the two guys behind the camera as well. Sean and Andreas couldn't be here without you guys. Appreciate it.
Much love.
See you next time.
Till next time.